So today we're just going to go through a series of very quick points that I want to make on just how to complete some things within your WordPress page. The first is being how to simply upload any media content, how to delete, rename and add it to each individual pages or posts. And the second is how to add a new user, whether that new user is a subscriber, an administrator, or just another content writer or editor on the page itself. Now to do this, we can start with a few places. The first thing we want to do first is upload new media content. Now to do this, starting from the dashboard, just click on media on the left hand side in the toolbar. And from this, you'll have a list of any images or any media content. This will include videos, files, PDFs, and many more that are already stored on the site itself. But to add a new one, you simply click the Add New button. Now you can click and drag multiple files from your desktop, but the easiest way that I've found is just to select files, choose the appropriate folder, and if you want to add one image at a time you can, but of course there's a shortcut if you hold Control and highlight the other images and then press upload. You will be able to upload those images. And what they're done is now they're now stored on your WordPress server. Now one of the things that you need to be careful of here, just as a helpful tip or hint for future use, is if you have a website and you know you're going to have a lot of posts or content on that website, do not upload 600 images unless they're going to be used. I would only ever recommend to upload images unless they're going to be used, as what happens is these images will sit on your website and they will sit on the hosting server and they will use up a lot of resources and eventually it can lead to problems. The best way to reduce this is only use images or only use images when you need them. Now the next thing what we're going to do is, after you've uploaded a few images, over time you might want to delete things. You may have duplicate content and you'll see that there's a few things here we have. And to do this, or delete or modify an image, all you have to do is left click image. It will open attachment details, and here you can see the file name, where it's stored, what date it was uploaded, and many more details. But there is a few here. You can edit more details, edit the image, its size, and you can also permanently delete the image from your WordPress folder. And that's what we're going to do now, just to simply remove the image so that it reduces storage and also bring down the amount of content that we have. And as you can see, it's as easy as that. Just click delete image and now you're sorted. The next thing then, if you want to edit the image, possibly the size, you can actually click edit image. You can get the dimensions or the size of the image and you can actually scale it down. Now this will only work to a certain extent, as WordPress can only scale down images to a smaller version, like that large, medium, small, and then thumbnail. Thumbnail is normally used on a home page to kind of advertise maybe a post or a relevant bit of content, and then when you click that thumbnail it will then direct you to a much larger image. But again, beware of this, and it's also something to be crucial of. Before you add an image, try to resize it yourself, and this will give you better options. This also links to your page performance. We'll have a video coming up very soon on how to enhance your page performance by using plugins and decreasing the file sizes. This is one of the easiest ways that you can reduce the size and the time it takes to load your site, and it's simply by uploading a smaller image or more appropriately sized image. There's no point in having a 4K image on your homepage if it's not going to be used, so make it as small and as appropriate as possible. And again, to do that, you can use some form of photo editing software like Photoshop or GIMP, where you can compress the image down. As I said, WordPress can only go so far, but if you do need to scale it, of course you can go in here and change the scale of that image. Type in any form of resolution, hit scale, and that will scale the image down. It will then hit save, and you can press the X button to go back, and that new image will be there. And that is simply how to use the WordPress media library. Now the second part of this video, and I say this will be a very quick video, is to add a new user. Users can come in handy for many reasons. One could be, first of all, if you're just running a site yourself and you want to maintain your administrator account, maybe change the profile name or make some modifications, you can obviously click the original one. By default, whenever you set up a WordPress site, you will see your user or your role here. And you can access many things. First of all, you can change the color scheme and how you're presented with a light background, dark background, or just different colors. It's all completely customizable. You can also enable shortcuts, disable the visual editor. So the visual editor is, in the past videos we talked about the difference between being able to type in HTML or use a WYSIWYG editor, which is what you see is what you get. And of course you want to keep that on for most WordPress installations. But we have a few features here. You can add a first name, surname. You can't change the username, so once a username has been set up, that's it. It has to stay like that. You can change the email. Now the email is pretty important. Both, one, you can log in with this, but two, it is also used for any email notifications. So if someone comments, if you get any pingbacks or trackbacks, you will notice that that is the email address that will be notified about this. Of course, you can add some social media content, profile pictures and avatars are all included here. But what we want to do more importantly is to add a new user. So for instance, if you were running a content website may be for any form of purpose. It could be for a content creator. So of course, just add in their username. So remember, this cannot be changed. So it will have to be something that they'll remember and is suitable for them. So if we were to say, let's go for content, just content, email address. So I'll just use my company email. First name, again, generic, creator, and the website is fine. Show password. Now, of course, what we want to do here is we can copy that. What we also want to do is we want to send the new user an email. And it's simply just to say what their details, their login details are, and they'll get sent the password as well. Now, once they log in the first time, they'll be prompted to change their own password. It's a very important feature to use, but it's definitely worthwhile doing. The role is one of the most important things that you'll do here, as it classifies how and what that user can access. Now, if they're a subscriber, it simply means that they're part of your mailing list, your newsletter team. They won't really have much in the way of tools and controls that they can provide. They will not be able to post blog content, they will not be able to post or edit pages, but they will be able to receive updates in terms of what is happening around the site. An author is someone who has complete control over the likes of post and page content. They may not be able to create a brand new page or delete a page, but they can certainly publish posts, create new content for the site and have it verified by an administrator or by an editor. The editor then of course has full control over the design and the styling of pages, so if they need to make changes to the theme, to the appearance, they have full control over this. Unlike an author will not have control over the appearance, they simply have control over the posts and pages. And then of course finally you have the administrator. The administrator is the role that you as the owner of this site will be defined by when you set up your first site. The administrator has complete control from the settings, the users, appearance, posts, pages and dashboard. All other accounts apart from the administrator only have access to their relevant location. So an editor will have access to posts, pages, customization and appearance. An author is just posts and pages. Contributor is someone who has access to the contact forms and comments, and of course subscriber is someone who's just notified. It's a great way of staying in contact with your relevant staff and team that you have working on the site at one time. Helps you monitor what they're doing, what access they have to certain parts of the site, but also helps you remain in control so you know exactly who has access and what they have access to at any time. But that's a very quick overview of the two areas that we've talked about today, and that's media and users. If you do have any problems with this, or you have any questions at any time, please comment below or send us an email at Profile Tree, and we can certainly help you out in terms of any of these issues. A Profile Tree, we would have get anywhere from 6 to 7 users at one time, all having different roles within the website. So it's definitely a way to help monitor your site, and as a developer, as a creator, as a content editor, anything at all, you can have complete control over the site and exactly get access to what you need. But again, if you do have any problems or any issues with it, do let us know, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.